Hi, everyone. My name is Suzanne Eaglin. I'm here talking with my friend Connie Bivens, and we are All Things Hallmark.
Hey, Suzanne, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. The
Had a
movie
great weekend.
had a
How
great
about
week.
you?
I had a great weekend. I was so excited about this movie. I couldn't wait to talk to you about it because this movie, to me, one of the best. I love the meaning of this movie. It's so great and inspirational.
There were a lot of takeaways from this particular movie. I enjoyed it too. So I'm excited. I'm definitely excited to talk about these two characters and everything that we thought we saw and some that we might have missed about all things Hallmark in the movie Snowcoming.
Yeah. So as you can see, I'm not in my home today. I'm out and about, and I wanted to just make time to talk to you, though.
I know, and you see, I've got my scarf on. I'm almost ready to go out. So I just, look, I wanted to take a moment though and share with our friends that have subscribed to our channel and remind them to ask others to subscribe. I know you're getting something out of this because we enjoy doing this every week, and every week Hallmark does what they do, and they bring a movie that touches our lives, that inspires our lives, and teaches a little something all in the process.
That's right. Okay, so since you have just a few minutes and so do I, let's talk about it. So the movie is Snowcoming, and we have Samantha and Jake as the love interest. And Samantha and Jake went to high school together. They had known each other for several years. It sounds like they had known each other for 13 years. And then after high school, they went their separate ways. And so the name of the movie is Snowcoming, and there's an actual dance at their school during football season. I guess it's like homecoming, but it's snow coming. So it's so cute, cute little play on words. And so Samantha, what I like about the story is Samantha's mom passed away. And so her father, a great man, he's a coach at a high school and a teacher. And so he's taking care of his daughter. He's handling his business. He's forging ahead in, going back to messages, he's pursuing in the face of this adversity. And she finds herself kind of disconnected from a lot of the students, but she found a place at the library. And so she was going to the library all the time, and she fell in love with books, and it translated into her career because that's what she does. She wants to help authors give them the exposure. So that's really, really cool. And then Jake, you tell about Jake.
Well, Jake has a similar story as Samantha. He lost his mom early and was being raised by his dad, who really couldn't quite control him, quite get a hang of it. And so he sent him to be with his grandparents. And the thing that I love about that part, if I can just interject right there, Suzanne, is the fact that when his dad realized he couldn't really do it, he sought help, and he found that help in the grandmother. And but that's what brings Jake into the life of this wonderful coach, Samantha's dad, who actually put a helmet on his head, a football helmet on his head, and he makes a slight remark about being a bobblehead in the movie. But this man was more than a coach to Jake, and so this is kind of what brings Jake back to town, to Snowcoming, back into the life of Samantha.
Right, because he's about to retire, coach is about to retire, and of course the daughter wants to be there, and the person who's been like a son, or he's been a father figure to, he wants to be involved too. So that's where the movie picks up, and you see that Samantha's feeling a certain type of way about seeing him because I guess he wasn't able to make the first dance that they were supposed to go together. Well, that just is terrible. So he wasn't able to make first dance that they were supposed to go together and attend, but now they're there right back at high school where it all begins, and it's such a pleasant balance is what you described it, right?
Absolutely. It's the senior, it was their senior dance, so to speak, that he stood her up for, and now coming back. But one of the things that I really liked about Jake in this movie is the fact that, he really wanted to be there for Coach. And he, despite the fact that I'm sure he had an idea that it was going to be a little uncomfortable, because of course, he had to know that the daughter was going to be there, that Samantha would be there. But he pushed back past what he was feeling, and he made his way to the celebration. But then again, after getting there and talking to Samantha, again, he was willing to give up being there if it was going to make her so uncomfortable that she couldn't celebrate her dad. So just a wonderful character and characteristics of a man that really loved the coach and Samantha, the truth be told. And so I just love the way that they come back together and they're having conversation. Now, I will say Samantha was trying to get out of there when she realized that Jake had a room at her dad's house and that he was going to be staying there. Of course, this is after she done drink his hot chocolate, I'm just saying. She headed over to her best friend's house because I'm sure in her mind she said, oh, Lord, let me get out of here. And she gets over there, but when she gets there, she gets some exciting news.
Right. Best friend is pregnant. And so, no, you can't stay at my house because I'm redecorating the room. But more importantly, she realizes that this family is experiencing this happy, joyful thing. And, you know, what's the big deal about staying the weekend with somebody you know? So she was able to just pull up her big girl boots and march back over to the house and make peace with the situation and continue on.
Absolutely. Suzanne, you remember that scene where she's talking to her best friend and, you know, her best friend says, you know, what about you and Jake? And you remember she said, he broke my heart. He doesn't get a do-over.
Right.
When I first saw that scene, I said, you know, so many times, and I'm not promoting do-overs or I'm not promoting not to give a do-over, but it would have been amazing if she had not really opened her heart up for a do-over. This movie would have ended a different way. But just being honest with her feelings, you know, but being real about what the most important thing is. You know, sometimes we get into things, Suzanne, and we think we're the most important thing and how I'm feeling is the most important thing. But in this movie, she realized her dad was the most important thing. And so she was willing to step aside her feelings and make this thing work, even to the point that they started actually doing things together. They decorated for the Snowcoming together. They decorated her dad's office for retirement together. It was just amazing that she really spent more time with him than avoiding him.
Absolutely. And she found that was, I think that what she was able to connect to was, this feels good. And so then the other thing was, Jake is at a turning point in his life. He's a football star. He's thinking about retiring. And of course, his promoter's like, well, I got movie lineup. They had a whole bunch of different things that was lined up, but none of them matched what he wanted to do. Because what he thought was which was really a big message, was the same way somebody took interest in him and it made a huge difference in his life. He felt like that was the type of thing that he wanted to do with his life. And then Samantha, the same way, she gets back to school and she sees this girl who does not love reading books. And she is like, what do you mean you don't love reading books? And so she begins to ask her questions. Well, what type of books what type of things do you like? And Samantha went to the bookshelf and found her a book. And that young lady became instantly in love with reading. And both of them wanted to repeat the very thing that somebody was able to give to them. And I just love that it's not about me. It's about how I can help someone else. Because I mean, I live it personally, that just because something bad has happened in my life doesn't mean that I just get to stay bitter. Or what happened in my life, I want to share. If it blessed, I want to go out and be a blessing to somebody else. I want to do the same thing so that somebody else can feel the same comfort that I felt.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what life is about. But can I back up just for a moment to the books? When that girl brought those books out, when Samantha brought them books out, girl, the books were this thick, each one of them. I said to myself, you're going to scare the girl away. There were like 3 books this thick. And so, and I'm sure when the girl looked at them, she probably said, oh, my Lord, you know. But one of the funnier parts, too, in the movie, I thought, was when she opened up the book to see that her name was still on the checkout card. Now, I don't know about you, Suzanne, but that's how we used to check them out. We used to have that little card in there and you sign your name and they stamp it with the date. So I thought that was kind of cute that they did it from that perspective rather than, you know, the automated perspective that many of the libraries use now. And again, that's a Hallmark thing. They make you relive your own life. They make you look at your life by what's going on with these characters in their movies. And so, you know, the other thing that I really enjoyed about that movie, and as it relates to the library, It's the
What?
little love that the coach had with the librarian. That was
That was
cute.
cute. That was cute. And it
Yeah,
flourished. I mean, all those
yeah,
years, and they fell in love, and that was really good. So there was love available for everyone who wanted to receive it, but I really enjoyed the giving back message, the pay it
yeah,
forward message, the live your life and make a difference in someone else's life message, because those are the things that I took away.
yeah.
What were some of the things that you took away as well?
Well, definitely both of those, and again, that message of, if it's going to help you and if it's going to make someone else feel better, I'm willing to give up that thing that's important to me so that you can be comfortable as well. I liked the best friend, the fact that she respected her friend's space, but included her. You know, I love that little scene where she says, no, you're not going to be an honorary auntie. You're going to be a godmother, you know. Just what real friendship is all about. And then, of course, remember, I like the fact that at the end, they both begin to reevaluate their lives. And you were just talking about that, because if you remember at the very beginning of the movie, when it comes in, it's her at her job, Samantha's at her job, and she's been there for like 4 years. And the thing that they hired her for was not the thing that she was doing, but it was the thing that she loved the most. And when she went home, I think all of that was on her mind. And I like the fact that she got away. Sometimes you have to pause and think things through. And I think that's what she did. Her going home to the Snowcoming, I think, was her pause. And she
Love that.
began to look back at her life and, you know, what she was doing. And even Jake encouraging her to do so. Like you just said, he was at a turning point. He was at a transition in his life. I think he was on a pause as well. But that didn't stop him from encouraging her and pouring into her. You know, a lot of times when we're going through things and folks are sharing their stories with us, somehow it always makes it back to what I'm going through. But that wasn't the case with this character, you know. So despite the fact that he had some challenges going on in his own life and he was on his own pause, he called it hiding out, I think, or laying low. Despite the fact that he was doing that, I just love that. I love the fact that sometime in your life, you're going to have to take a pause and reevaluate the decisions that you made, the choices that are before you, so that you can make sure that you make the right choice.
I love it. Well, look, you got to go and I got to go. I think this was a great way to share this movie. I got a lot out. You got a lot out. Viewers, I hope you got a lot out of it. Please like this video. Please share this video with your friends on your social media pages. And please don't forget to subscribe so that every time we post a video, you'll get a notification. All right. We thank you for your time. Have a fabulous week.
Have a fabulous week, and know that the Valentine movies are on the rise. Keep a lookout
Yeah.
on All Things Hallmark.